Well, g'day guys, it is Jonathan here and I'm back in the garage doing another DIY project. This time, I'm installing the Dometic Journeyman into the back of my truck. Now this is an all-in-one power system for the back of your ute and I reckon it is one of the smartest bits of kit going around. So today, I'm gonna run you through the install, the key stages of getting the head unit mounted, getting it powered up to hopefully get you in the outdoors this weekend, seeing what this thing has to offer. Well, before we get into the install, let's just have a bit of a look at the unit and what's in the box. Firstly, you'll notice the design, and that is the big draw card on this. This section here sits over your wheel arch, which makes it nice and slim, tucked away and out of sight. You'll notice the panels here, they angle out when you open the back of your ute, so you've got easy access to all of your switches, which we'll discuss shortly, and the system. This is the money card for me, how easy this is to mount the head unit. We're gonna run through exactly how to do it, but you can take this on and off whenever you need in a matter of minutes when you need to clean out the back of the car. So I think that's really cool.
Other things on the unit include these magnetic quick access panels for your fuses, your breakers, and your DC charger, and the Deutsch plug for hard wiring and accessories to the 3 switch push buttons and the 24-hour circuit and the DC ignition input. All the information on these can be found in the manual that comes in the box.
In terms of what's in the box here, you've got these knobs. These are what is actually going to hold the unit up. We'll discuss those very shortly. There's 3 of those. You've got the Deutsch plug. This is a really cool bit of kit which takes this from being just a power unit to one that you can really customize to what you need. We'll chat about that shortly. You've got your manual here, and of course, you've got your stickers to customize the different buttons if you want. There's a bunch of different options on there like that. A few spare Anderson plugs and a little bit of cable. That is pretty much all you need other than deciding what ute you've got and the rail mounting system that you're going to use. Okay, so I've just taken off 2 of the mounts. Mine was already mounted, but I just want to show you how easy this is going to work. So what we've got here is the 3 brackets that sit on the top of the head unit. And you'll notice the design there allows that to sit nice and snug on the pre-drilled holes in the unit. Now, the purpose of these is to mount to the rail system that is in the back of your ute. Now, the rail system that I've chosen is the Volkswagen Amarok, which is the same as something like the Next Gen Ranger, but there's also a universal bracket, which allows you to mount to all of the other vehicles on the market. The idea behind this is that this fits to the head unit here via these 2 bolts here, and then our knob screws in here to the rail. And I'm going to show you how easy it is now to do that. What we're going to do, you'll notice that the holes are pre-drilled. There's no drilling required here. All we have to do is line those up there like that, put our bolts and our washers through, and then drill them into place, making sure it's nice and tight. Now we can tighten those up a little bit later. You then mount your hook. Now this is designed to take the weight of the unit. So once it's hanging here in position, this means it's in the perfect position. This takes the weight and it's a little bit more heavy duty, so you can see that there. And again, 4 screws, place it over the holes, make sure all the holes line up. Now once they're in, you repeat that for these 2 up here, and then that is all the mounting you need to do to move down to the back of the truck. I'll turn this around for you. So you'll notice here on the back of the unit, we've got our hook and we've got our 3 brackets here. What we're going to do now is head down to the back of the car, and this is going to align perfectly with the rail that's in the back of my truck. Again, no drilling required for me. That's going to take the weight. We push all this on and then we're going to get this thing powered up. Now, before we get into mounting the head unit, I just want to show you the rail here. So this is the rail that our brackets that we just drilled on mount to take the weight. Now, important to note here that this rail is for the Next Gen Ranger and the Volkswagen Amarok, and it is vehicle specific, which means the holes in the rail align perfectly with the holes that are already pre-drilled in your ute tub. So again, you don't have to drill any holes. Now, if you've got a different car, that's fine. There is a universal mounting rail, which means you can position it and mount it where you need. Now, when you mount the rail, again, particularly if you've got a car like I have, super simple. You just line everything up and tighten it up. So now that that rail is in, I'm gonna go get the head unit and show how easy it is to push all that in and tighten the knobs up. Now when it comes to mounting the head unit, it's pretty intuitive. The hook that we mounted at the bottom of the head unit, that takes the weight first, so you don't have to hold it. And then these holes here just slide straight into place with the holes that are on our rail. We grab our 3 knobs and tighten it up. Let's do that. Okay, that takes the weight and that slides straight into place. Okay, one more to do. Put it in the hole, slightly take the weight and then tighten it up. Okay, that is the head unit mounted.
The battery for the Journeyman is sold separately. Dometic recommend a 200 amp hour lithium as a minimum. You can mount it anywhere in the tub, but I'd tuck it behind the unit and keep the run as short as possible. Short cables, less voltage drop, more usable power. For the wiring, cables to the battery first, Anderson to the unit last. The order does matter. Positive terminal first, then negative.
Now once your battery is in place and you've got your positive and your negative terminal sorted, I love how simple they've made it. The Anderson plug is on the end, one plug straight into the back of the head unit. It's as simple as that. So once your head unit and your battery is in position and you've plugged in the unit to the battery, you should be able to come to the front of the unit, press the power button, and you've got power. This is now running all your accessories. So let me run you through what they are. We've got the USB-C and USB-A ports here. We've got your 12 volt accessories here. We've got our 230 volt outlet down here. And we've got our 3 switched push buttons, which is all connected to the Deutsch plug that we showed you earlier. So once everything is mounted and in position, you should be able to come to the unit, hold the power button, and flick through all of your settings. You are now completely live, ready to go off-road, but there is one more step. Built in to the Dometic Journeyman is of course our DC to DC charger. And in order to get the benefits of that, we need to connect this to the alternator in the bonnet of the car. Let's chat about that.
The DC to DC charger only works if power gets to it. So we run a cable from the battery along the chassis up to the bonnet. Run it along the inside of the chassis rail, well away from heat zones, think exhaust, turbo, or anything that gets hot. And away from splash zones too, puddles, beach driving, you name it. Use split loom conduit for the full length and zip tie it off every 300 mil. If you're not confident in this area, just get an auto sparky to give you a hand.
At the bonnet end, the cable is going to connect to your starter battery through a circuit breaker. Now I went for a 200 amp circuit breaker, but that was a bit of an overkill. When it's set up correctly, you're going to be drawing 50 amps off your starter battery back to the house battery every hour, which means a couple of hours down the road and you're going to be topped back up. And that is why the Journeyman is so appealing for those weekend warriors out there. Now, if you're not confident in this area, just get an auto sparky to give you a hand. On a hoist, when they lift it up, they can get this whole job done in a couple of hours, but if you want to give it a crack, that's up to you.